Hey guys, Reuben Williams here, founder of SportsGrad. Back in the day, I landed a job at Cricket Australia on the Monday after my final university exam. And then 3 years later, when COVID hit and my job was made redundant, rather than looking for work for months on end, I was headhunted into a role that doubled my salary. I'm not telling you this to brag, I'm telling you because there is a method to it. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. For example, Lucas Viana, one of our members, called the SportsGrad method a cheat code, and another member, Sasha Brahim, she called it magic. And honestly, I'll take that. Now, most people spend years trying to break into sport and never figure out why it is not working. And so the reason that this podcast exists is to change that. Every week, I'm going to share some real moments from real coaching calls that are unfiltered, unscripted, so you get a taste for the kind of work that has helped people land over 800 roles in sport and counting. If you're ready to stop guessing and start moving in the right direction and go after the career that you've always wanted, apply for the SportsGrad Method program at sportsgrad.com.au. Now, let's get into it. I wanted to start off tonight with this quote from Bruce Lee, and it says, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." And the reason I bring this up is because your ability to win a job interview comes down to your understanding of yourself and your career and knowing how to tell the stories around that. And so whilst, yes, you want to kind of make sure you have a broad understanding of what you've done, but if you can kind of understand what are your core stories and know how to nail them absolutely every single time somebody asks you about yourself, then that's when you become a serious job hunter. For example, like, in the beginning, people would always ask me, like, how did you start SportsGrad? And I had to very quickly figure out how do I tell that story. Thankfully, I took the time to do it, and it's been a useful one because 5.5 years later, I've probably told it 1,000 times, and I know how to tell it in a 5-minute version, a 1-minute version, and a 30-second version if I need. And so that's where you want to get to for yourself and your own career. Cool. So before we get into a bit of preparation and start to workshop a lot of stuff, just a quick refresher. What we want to do through this session is focus on not just selling what you've done in the past, but selling your potential as well. And your potential is the difference between where you are right now and where you could get to in the future should you be given the opportunity. What we want to be able to do is signal the fact that you are worthy of an opportunity. And where this comes into play is right at the pointy end of the selection process, where people are going to judge you on, yes, your skill set and your capability and your education, all that, but also a combination of that tied with your potential. So can you do it, potentially better than anybody else in the future? So to make sure that you are doing that all in the right way, we are going to make sure that you know what to say just about everywhere you go. And this is going to show up in many different ways, whether it's on cover letters, resumes, networking, interviewing, casual conversations, your LinkedIn content as well. This is going to come out everywhere. And as a result of that, you're going to put yourself on a rapidly different trajectory. So let's dive into it. So the way that we got to this point was by working backwards from what is the dream hire of the sports industry. And that is someone who is going to stick with an organization for 6 or so years, build up compounding knowledge over that period of time, step into a leadership role, be a self-starter, and ultimately be the person who adds the most value to the organization over a long period of time. And so working back from that, the traits that kind of indicate a person who's got the potential to step up and be that kind of, highly valuable employee is someone who at this moment in time indicates they've got leadership ability, emotional intelligence, the ability to problem solve, initiative, and a proven track record through previous results. So what we want to do is make sure that we are, inserting them into everything that we do and know when and how to bring it up so that any time that we are tested, we can do so in a meaningful way. Because as I'll keep reiterating, your ability to sell yourself into sport is a combination of recalling the right information and delivering it in a compelling manner. So in here is a whole bunch of prompts to kind of help you find out how you can start to signal your potential through your interview answers. I think the majority of you were here the other night and had access to my professional back end. Hopefully you've had a chance to jot a few things down and start to fill up a few star responses. But what we want to be able to do is take you guys from a place where you've got your baseline star responses like this and take them from good answers to great answers in what I call star plus answers like this. And so being able to identify where leadership sits or where you could add more results or where you could, add in injection of emotional intelligence comes from really prompting yourself in the right way and understanding what do those, behaviors look like in practice. All right, guys, that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed that and got something out of it. If you want to learn directly from me and our other SportsGrad coaches who are working directly in the industry, then jump into the SportsGrad Method program. Once you're inside, you'll also get access to the entire SportsGrad Method curriculum that comes with a 90-day roadmap so you know exactly what to do next. There is a step-by-step system to this. You do not have to think of what to do. We have thought of it all for you. Plus, you can tap into the SportsGrad network and get introductions to the people that might be hard to meet for you at the moment. Plus, you'll be surrounded by the wonderful SportsGrad community who are all helping each other get closer to their goals as well. So the results speak for themselves. Have a look at the website if you want to check it all out, but we'd love to see you inside and receive your application. See ya.